Yes, starfish are indeed edible and people do eat them. Now, before you go flipping over rocks at your local beach, let's talk about what eating starfish actually involves. Starfish are a traditional snack in places like China and Japan, particularly in Chinese street food culture. They're often put on sticks, grilled, and seasoned. But munching on starfish isn't like digging into a juicy piece of salmon or flaky cod. These invertebrates are, well, a different kettle of fish. Their texture is quite chewy, and from what I've heard, their flavor is somewhat reminiscent of the sea, but not in a fresh oyster or scallop kind of way. They have these hard, calcium-based structures underneath their skin, which are called ossicles, and these make the starfish quite rigid. So, if you're expecting a tender bite, you might be in for a surprise. Processing starfish for consumption is a bit tricky because you have to remove those ossicles as well as the skin. Then there's also the matter of their diet, which is primarily shellfish, so you have to clean the stomach out thoroughly. It's not a seafood that you'd find in your typical American or European menu, that's for sure. For those who do fancy trying this marine delicacy, it's mostly done out of curiosity and the joy of trying regional dishes that might seem exotic from a Western perspective. But if you're interested in sustainable eating and trying diverse foods that are part of traditional diets in various cultures, then starfish could be on your plate during travels. In Portland, we're known for our farm-to-table ethos, our coffee, craft beers, and a vibrant foodie scene. Starfish aren't on our radar here. We're more into Dungeness crab or Chinook salmon. But hey, the culinary world is incredibly vast and sometimes strange. If you're ever in a place where starfish are on the menu, it might just be worth it to try, if for no other reason than to say you did. Just remember that they're an acquired taste and texture, not your everyday seafood, and not for the squeamish, but definitely a culinary adventure. And isn't that part of the fun of trying new foods? Whether it's strolling down the streets in Beijing or exploring a seaside market in Tokyo, it's about the experience as much as the taste. But for now, from my cozy corner in Portland, I'll stick with the more familiar fruits of the sea, maybe with a side of Pinot from the Willamette Valley. Cheers to that!